little story that I have is about when I joined the Navy. I grew up in a Navy family. My daddy was a full commander when he retired, spent 30 years in the Navy. So as I grew up, I knew that I wanted to go into the Navy. I wanted to become an officer like my dad, and I wanted to go to the Naval Academy. But I also wanted to be a sailor first. And so I joined the Navy right out of high school. And when I went up to the recruiting station, I was 18 years old, and this was 1951. And at the time, one of the big booger bears, so to speak, was asthma. Asthma was a taboo. And I had had an attack when I was 14 years old. And when I joined, I asked the chief, I said, that asthma's not going to keep me out of the Navy, will it? He said, I don't know. He said, let me get the regulations down. And he went, pulled this book down, and he looked through the book, and he said, there has to be 5 years from your last attack till the time you joined the Navy. And he said, you're 18 now? And he looked at the paper and it said 14. He said, he got his eraser out, erased it, changed it to 13. And I said, okay, great. So I go into the Navy, and I'm on board ship, and I had taken the entrance exams to the Naval Academy, and I had passed, but I had to have a physical before I went there. So I go to this hospital, and I have a complete physical, and I'm being interviewed by a captain, a full captain in the Navy. And I fill out all the paperwork and everything, and one of the things that kind of bothered me was the asthma. And I asked the captain, I said, will this asthma keep me out of the Naval Academy? He said, you know, he says, I really don't know. He says, let me check. So he gets this book down with the regulations. And it said there had to be no attack after age 12. And he looked at the paper and he said, you had your last attack at 13. And I said, yeah. And he says, well, 1 year won't make any difference. So he erased 13 and made it 12. And that's how I got into the Naval Academy. And then I didn't quite make it. I ended up getting an asthma attack while I was there, and I got a medical discharge. So that was my story.